Ever feel like politics is just a broken record? The same arguments, the same gridlock, the same feeling that nothing ever really changes, no matter who's in charge. You're not alone. But what if I told you there's a way to cut through the noise? A way to tell the difference between the politicians who just want to put on a show and the ones who actually want to fix the system. Today, we're giving you the ultimate tool, the Structural Reformers Checklist. This isn't about left versus right. It's about performers versus reformers. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about the rules of the game test. Imagine democracy as a big sports league. For it to be fair, the rules have to apply to everyone equally, right? That's where our first checkpoint comes in: nonpartisan redistricting. Gerrymandering, where politicians draw their own district maps to pick their voters, is like a clogged artery in the heart of our democracy. It stops the flow of new ideas and accountability. So, ask yourself, does the candidate you're looking at support having an independent, nonpartisan group draw the district lines? If they insist on drawing their own maps, it's a huge red flag. They're not letting you choose them. They're choosing you, and that's not how a healthy democracy works. Next, within the rules of the game is how we vote in the first place, specifically in the primaries. Primaries often decide who even gets on the final ballot, but they're frequently dominated by the most extreme voices. Maybe the loudest 10% of a party's base. This forces candidates to cater to the fringes just to survive. A true reformer will want to change this. Look for support for things like open primaries, where anyone, regardless of party affiliation, can vote. Or ranked choice voting, which lets you rank candidates in order of preference. This is all about following the money and the power. Let's start with the bloodline, which is campaign finance. Ever wonder why bills with huge public support just seem to die in committee? A single powerful person can block a popular bill from ever even getting a vote. A reformer will have concrete ideas on how to fix this. They'll talk about reforming the filibuster to prevent endless obstruction. They might propose empowering committee chairs from both parties, not just the majority, to move legislation forward. Or they'll advocate for rules that require a public vote on any bill that has a significant number of sponsors from both sides of the aisle. They want to unclog the system so that good ideas, no matter where they come from, can become law. Performers, however, often benefit from the gridlock. Gives them something to complain about and fundraise on, without ever having to deliver results. Our third and final assessment is all about tone and treatment. How does a candidate talk about their opponents? This is the dehumanization check. Listen closely. When a politician calls their opponents evil or says they hate our country, they're not trying to solve problems. They're trying to make you afraid. Can the candidate you re-evaluating name one single time they worked with the opposing party to achieve something real? If a politician views a win for the country as a loss for their personal brand or their party, they are a primary cause of the stagnation we all hate. It's about getting the best possible outcome for the people they serve, even if it means sharing the credit. They're focused on the result, not just the fight. So, let us summarize what we've learned by putting these two types of politicians side by side. The performer versus the reformer. The performer's main goal is to create viral soundbites for social media and fundraising emails. The reformer's goal, however, is to pass legislation that actually lasts, that survives beyond the next election cycle. The performer's strategy is to attack the other side, to mobilize their base through fear and anger. A performer loves to talk about the big national culture war issues, things they often have no real power to change. But I want to leave you with one final, powerful tool. I call it the doctor's final tip, the why question. The next time you're at a town hall or reading a candidate's website, I want you to ask this simple question: why is our system broken? And what is the very first rule you would change to fix it? If they answer with a who, if they say the problem is the other party, or it's because of those people, then you know you're talking to a performer. They're blaming people instead of the process. But if they answer with a how, if they say, the way we fund our campaigns is the problem, or the way we draw our district maps is the problem, then you, found a reformer. They understand that to get different results, you have to change the rules of the game. By using this checklist and asking that one simple question, you can empower yourself. You can look past the soundbites and the attacks and see who is genuinely interested in making our government work for us. Again, the choice isn't just between two parties. It's between two entirely different approaches to public service. Choose wisely. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. It truly helps us create more content like this and grow our community of informed and engaged citizens. We'll see you next time.